Say after they didn't give them the way they to return their money, again, I will have it.
Because I was not here when you were employed. So good morning. I do. Voice no, I don't have like anyway, I will talk with ED. I deal with telefinance. ED say payment will be like next week, Wednesday, because they have issues with their accounts. It's I'm just telling you all this, so I'm telling them first. That was the you're still a student. That working with us may not be advised for you for now. Because we don't want the instance where you have to be going, maybe if you have lecture, if you have a class, if you have a test, if you have other plans in school. Because we may not be able to stop you from here. It's not fair on our part to say you should not go. And what if we have an important engagement? We were supposed to start something last week, but because of this payment today, and that we had to try it. And now you are saying you're not going to, and you're the first point of for when people come to you, they are coming to note first for registration. So we said we should look for somebody else that is stable. There will be more on ground. So I'm sorry. I wanted to do it quietly, but the way it don't be now, as ED is in the picture, my hands are tied. So, but for the payment, I kept asking. That's why, because of you, I even called him this morning to ask about the payment. So that it's not as if we're saying you should go and they were not paying for the month that I've worked. So you said they have issues. All of us have not been giving transport allowance. We just had to talk to Mr. Ben and say they will delay till at least Wednesday. You know the office will not figure out it's from. So please be with us by Wednesday or Thursday, at least next week. I'll still follow up to make sure that they pay the one that you have worked. I beg, no vex. And it's not like I actually intentionally want to let you go, but this one now I'm passing.
It's fine.
Okay, good morning. Hello, okay, good morning.
So when I had
Hello, good morning, okay, precious.
I still told him because I know him outside before.
Okay.
So I told him, and he said, so I should put.
Good morning, Joseph Odu. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you doing too?
I'm fine.
So thank God, sir.
Okpe was doing her business and she chose to leave the microphone on as if we are transacting the business with her. Lizzie King, how are you doing today? You are welcome to today's lecture.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I'm morning, sir.
Okay, are you hearing us? Good morning, and how are you doing? My background is very noisy, so permit me to step out and send the students who are making noise around my place away.
All right, sir.
Good morning, thank you, Odu. Good morning, Sophia. Is this our ICT? That's what. Sophia, I think Sophia was, this Sophia is our student.
Yes and yes, sir.
You are one of our students or one of our staff in the IPS.
I am both, sir.
Oh, okay. Sophia,
I am
welcome.
here on the faculty of the students, not ICT.
Okay, Baba, you have been missing for the past 4 days. What happened? Are you not aware that lecture has started?
I was on an official assignment, sir.
Okay, that's great.
That's why, Eric, are you there?
Bashir, you are welcome
Good
to
morning,
today's
sir.
lecture.
Good morning, sir. Happy to see you today again, sir.
Thank you very much. It's like the service in your place is better today than the other days.
Actually, sir, the network is better.
And you are sounding good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm very active for today's class, sir.
That's good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, the number is reasonable already. Ahmed Nongu, good morning. Thank you and welcome to today's lecture.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, Florence Hispanus. Thank you and welcome to today's lecture.
Good morning, sir. Nice seeing you today.
Thank you. Ogbuk Samson, how are you doing? book is not responding. Thank you very much. Yesterday, we looked at some theories, and I was very happy. All the theories we looked at yesterday, Kana said, they generated a lot of debate. Or can I say maybe we are getting used to this online platform for lecture, or is it that yesterday's theories were very interesting? I can't really say. How would you look at it? Is it because we are getting used to this system, or is yesterday's the theories we discussed yesterday were interesting, more interesting than the ones we've been discussing? Or how do you look at it? Is it because the theories we discussed yesterday were more interesting, or we are getting used to this platform for lecture?
Hi, good morning, sir. I think it's because we're getting used to the platform, because other theories have been also interesting too.
Okay. But you posted that you'll be very busy in the office. Here you are. Are you combining office work and this lecture?
I am. I just stepped out, so I'm with my phone. So I will respond as much as I can, sir.
Okay, that's great. Yesterday, we looked at constructivism theory. We looked at the grounded theory. Constructivism is an educational theory that said knowledge is constructed. And the most important thing is knowledge is a kind of building on the already existing one that you have acquired. At the course of learning, you don't just learn. You learn because you have understood some basic things that will facilitate the advanced learning. That in that theory, we say we learn ABC, 1, 2, 3, and in our entire educational life, everything is built on ABC, 1, 2, 3, etc. That learners construct. They don't just learn, they construct the knowledge or what is presented to them. And this construction is like building an upstairs. What one learns today would go further if he or she get in contact with other things he or she wants to learn tomorrow, and vice versa. That theory is used for education. You learn ABC. This ABC will translate to A and S as us, will translate to ARER. ABC 1, 2, 3 you learn. This one will combine with 0 and you call it 10. One will combine with 3 zeros and you call them 1000. So this is like a construction building on what you have learned before. And we look at the grounded theory as a procedure, conducting theory that you hypothesize, collect data, and you write memo. Then you come out with conclusion either to accept or to reject the theory, to reject the hypothesis. When it is accepted, we found then it becomes a theory. We look at social justice as a theory that wants equity. It wants all human beings to have the same ability to have access and opportunities that are the same. Equity is also looked at justice, treating people of the same equal abilities the same. He also looked at the issue of human rights, that you don't just look at people and say this, you look at their rights. We have a constitution which specifies all our human rights. Then we look at social labeling, that people who are labeled like that tend to behave the way they have been labeled. And citizens, they said this labeling will go a long way in making the public image of that person, even if the person is not behaving as such. So critics say this social labeling is not a good theory because some people may not behave as such, but they tag them like a criminal. Somebody is being tagged a criminal, somebody is being tagged a prostitute. So the society will get to know that this is what the person is. This is who the person is, irrespective of whether the person is doing that particular thing or not. We also look at reintegrative shaming. Reintegrative shaming is looking at it from the point of view that when somebody commits offense, the person will be shamed. After shaming the person will need to be reintegrated into the larger society by finding something in which the person will get his hands on, learn a trade, hands-on trade that the person will learn. If this is done with an assumption that if the person lacks some materials, with the hands-on or a thread that he has learned while incarceration, or make him or her to concentrate on it and to reduce the issue of criminality. We also look at social disorganization. Social disorganization is all about trying to see people who live in areas that are mixed culture. Different ethnic groups come together. People who live in an environment that is dilapidated, it's not organized, they tend to create their own culture. And this culture will find will be extended to some parts of the society within that ecological or that environment. Do me, I do you, those kind of things. But this theory has been criticized that even in organized environments, criminality still exists. If you are saying, for example, criminals, there are lots of criminals in Ajegunle in Lagos, which is an environment that is highly disorganized, an environment that has mixed. There's a lot of trouble mixed up. Then what of Area 1 in Abuja? What of in the US? There is a highly organized place. Criminality still exists. Criminals live there. So today, we are going to look at grammatical theory. Grammatical theory, this is grammatical theory. Grammatical theory is a theory that comes out from, it's a sociological theory that say everything we do, we are like acting a script. the clothes we wear, the food we eat, the way we talk, the way we present ourselves before people. It's all about acting scripts. If we live ourselves in a normal way, if you allow nature to prevail, then there we are not acting. But immediately we will tend to do certain things that we add, they are not natural. Then it's like we're acting. For instance, this is what is said about the dramatical theory. Dramatical theory. That dramaturgy comes from a Greek word meaning dramathegia, meaning action of a play. Dramaturgy is a study and practice of using dramatic composition to represent a scene on stage in performance and historical context. You are looking at a practice of using dramatic composition to represent a scene. On the stage, according to Goffman, individuals perform acting in everyday life as if they were performance on a stage. What we do, the teaching I'm doing here, the listening, you sit down and you are listening, are all actions as if we are performing on a stage. Performing on a stage is like you are an artist and you have been given a script, act. Here, as a facilitator, I've been given a script. It says the 701, that's my script. Here I'm acting. When I finish acting, if it's possible that some participant may go out or may want to imitate me. Imagine when we were in secondary school or even in tertiary institutions, if you see a lecturer who presents his lectures the way and manner you like it or the way and manner you don't like it, you tend to imitate him or her so that when he or she is out, then you move on the stage and you say, Mr. This, Dr. This, Mrs. This. This is the way she or he used to present. So it's like in our everyday life, the actions we do is like we have been given a script to act. Then the word, the activities we do in every day, become the script given to us. Imagine you are in your house with your spouse, with your relations, and what you have done is you don't like it. You are there shouting, why should you do this? Why should you do this? Then the little children that you are telling them not to do it, you are rebuking them. Immediately you are out. They are imitating all the things that you said when you discover that they have gone wrong in a particular way. When auntie is around, when mommy, when daddy is around, this is how he or she behaves. She will be act. They are trying to imitate you by acting as if what you told them, whatever you say to them, was just a script you were acting. People are actors on the social stage who actively create an impression of themselves. So, a kind of this dramatic theory is looking at it as if we are on stage. If you go deep with this theory, imagine some people have special identity. They have ways and manner in which they wish they should be identified. Bashir,
Yes, sir.
you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, it's like I'm confused, but let me say something first.
Go ahead.
So, sir, can we say that this dramaturgical theory is telling us that is another way of sending knowledge to people through imitating someone, or let's say using a drama?
Well, the dramatical theory is not really portraying that. What the dramaturgy is talking about is the activities you carry out. Let's look at this your picture.
Okay.
This your picture here.
Yes,
He's
sir.
carrying
Yes,
a
sir.
cap.
Yes, sir.
He's carrying a kaftan, a
Yes,
long-sleeve
sir.
kaftan.
Yes, sir.
And if you choose to make this your identity, if you choose not, I'm only giving you an example.
Yes, sir.
If you choose to be wearing kaftan at all times with this cap, it becomes your identity.
Yes, sir.
When they are looking for Bashir, they will be looking for that man with a cap.
Yes, sir.
Then for putting this attire and going out almost on daily basis, or putting a cap, making yourself to be identified with wearing a cap, it's like
Yes,
you
sir.
are acting. It's not your true nature.
Okay.
Take for instance, when somebody is describing Wole Soyinka, Wole Soyinka has come to be identified with his gray hair and beard.
Yes, sir.
If you are describing Wole Soyinka or you are looking for Wole Soyinka, Professor Wole Soyinka, you will be looking for that person who has a white gray hair and a beard.
Yes, sir.
Immediately you don't see him with that. But the dramatic or the dramatical theory is telling us that in real sense, this is not the identity of Wole Soyinka.
Yes,
But
sir.
over the years, he has come out with this identity. He has learned this particular thing and made it a point that it becomes his identity. So it's like acting, which is why this one is giving you an example of in your house. When you go out, you sweep, you tell your relation not to do this, to do that. It's like you are acting.
Yes, sir.
This action is portrayed by this theory as you acting a script which has been written and given to you. You go step on the stage and act. The theory says our action and inaction are like we are on the stage performing a particular thing. That's why I've given you an example of maybe students imitating a teacher or a lecturer who comes, lectures, and demonstrate. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Any other question? Then you want to ask a question? So what happened here is, look at the last statement here. Are you seeing my slide?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we can see it, sir.
Look at the last statement. People are actors on the social stage. So our everyday life is considered a social stage, and we are actors who actively create an impression of themselves. So this theory is as liking our day-to-day activities like a social stage where we carry out this activity, the activity of acting. The main assumption of this theory: when we act in a social world, we put on a front. When somebody is acting a script in a film, at times the behavior of that person will make you hate him or her. But mind you, the person is only acting a script. That's a role he has been assigned to act in that script. The same person you are seeing acting that negative role may at times be assigned a positive role to act. If he or she acts that particular one, you say, oh, but the way the person acted in that film, me, I just knew that this person is actually a very bad person. So this one says, when we act in a social world, we put on a front. Our behavior in the social world will make people have feelings about us. This one is trying to tell us that you observe some people, they will tell you, this is my philosophy. I'm a highly a principled person. That person who is saying is a principled person. Being principled is a practice that is putting in his or her front. In other words, to project a certain image of themselves. All this part of our social identity. Are you people following? When somebody says he or she is a principled person, that person has decided to put on an identity so that people will begin to say, oh, this is this particular person. That identity put forward by that person is very important, is portraying his or her own image. That people will look at him, people will look at her and tend to say, hey, this person is so hardened that he is not approachable. Oh, this person is very flexible. Flexible to no fault, or flexible to a fault, is easily bent. That man going there, he is not approachable. He is highly a principled person. This is what this particular point is saying. When we act in a social world, we put on the front. The front that person is putting may have a name. What is that name? This person is very simple. This person is hardened. That's the front. Then this front, in order to project a certain image of ourselves, you are projecting an image of yourself when concerning your behavior, which dramatic theory is looking at it in a form of acting. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Number two.
Yes, sir.
Number two says, to create this front, we manipulate the staging in which we perform. E.g., our living room, our appearance, our clothes, and our manner, our emotional demo, impression management. So when you create this front, you manipulate certain things. Me, I wouldn't want my sitting room to be very dirty. I want my sitting room to be arranged in a special way that when people get here, they will assume this is the type of person I am. As I was telling you, that's an example of a living room. I recall, Bashir, I gave you an example of appearance. Somebody appearing in a particular way. Nowadays, people choose to appear the way they want. Recall, or let me refresh our memories. When Professor Yemi Osibanjo was the vice president, he had this particular cap that he used to wear. Most of the times, he is going for a public function in Nigeria. He used to put on a native attire with a cap to fit. That cap, it was like became his identity. For those of us that are familiar with northern Nigeria, there was somebody, a one-time governor of Taraba State called Mohammed Nyako. Nyako used to put the cap I'm wearing. The cap was like his identity. Anytime you see Mohammed Nyako, he used to wear this cap, that type of cap. So it's like Motala who?
Nyaku.
So that cap.
That was governor of Adamawa.
Is it Adamawa or Taraba?
Adamawa Motala Nyaku.
Okay, yes. Yes, it was the governor of Adamawa State. So Mutara Nyaku had that identity. That identity was something he used to put on at all times. I give you example of Professor Wole Soyinka. He also had his own identity, appearance. And the dramatic theory is looking at it from the point of view that we are manipulating, that person is manipulating the environment to suit his own appearance. He's manipulating the environment. At times, people are associated with a particular cloth. During my secondary school days, there was this Ghanaian man, one of my best teachers, late Mr. Emmanuel Edodu. Mr. Emmanuel Edodu was a Ghanaian. And this man, the clothes this man used to wear, this man will wear a cloth for 1 week. So what we did with him is, for those of us that used to visit him and stay with him in the office, we took our time and marked one of his clothes. And we discovered that it was not the same clothes, but different clothes, but the same material. So he had these different clothes, different, almost the same design, but the same material. That was the front he used to put. For you, what is that front you want to put? People want to put a particular front. Let's look at our pictures here. Our batch pictures. Look at the picture put by Joseph Oju. Look at the one. If you look at the screen, you look at the one the picture put by different people. Let's look at the screen here and see the pictures we are putting. The pictures we are putting here, Joseph Odo had his home, Bashir has his home, then Doga is not having any picture. We also have a picture by Florence Isfanos. We also have a picture by Chidima. Precious is not having a picture. Sophia is not having a picture. And others are not having a picture. This is the front we want ourselves to be identified with. Now, these pictures we put here have become our own front. So that's what then this dramatical theory is saying we'll create an environment that will make even this one, it even has to do with not only appearance, even our behavior. There was a time somebody told me that he has been struggling with her behavior. She has identified that she has a very bad behavior and she has been struggling with the behavior. She narrated how if she's traveling, she will enter inside her room and remove that bad behavior, put it inside a box, remove clothes, put that bad behavior inside its own box, and put clothes on top of it. After putting clothes on top of it, you will close the box, hoping that the bad behavior is there. On arriving somewhere, that bad behavior will go and meet her there. So she had a front, she had this particular thing she knew and was struggling with it over the years to put manipulating the settings so that he will be a very good person. So this is what this one is saying. Then impression management involves projecting an idealistic manner of ourselves. Here we are managing the impression. We are not really that thing, but we are only managing the impression, projecting ourselves to be like that. It is not easy. A friend of mine told me that if you, I'm sorry to say this one, if you want to marry a lady that is very beautiful, visit her in the morning when she has just woke up from a sleep, that she has not decorated herself. So you get the actual view, you get the actual picture of that lady. So, ladies, is this one true? This statement that I said my friend told me once told me. So this one is not peculiar to ladies, even men. If you want to know the true picture, true identity of any human being, you visit the person when she has just woken up from a sleep and he or she has not painted himself. Then you get the actual identity of the person. Another assumption is that we must constantly be on our guard to practice impressive control when on the social stage. Impressive control here is trying to tell us that the way we will appear and the way we want our real nature and the way we want to appear, that's impressive control. controlling the impression that you are like this, you are like that, controlling the impression you are creating to the public, controlling the impression that the public you are known for. We must be constantly on our guard to practice impressive control when on a social stage. Another one is acting our social roles is quite demanding, and so in addition to front stage aspect of our life, you want to act a social role. Here, we are not talking of a role assigned to you to act in a film, but the way you want to appear in the public, then becomes a social role you are acting. You want to be a principled person. You want to be somebody that you get to a place and they say, oh, this person has come. I appreciate the neatness of this person. I appreciate the grammatical expression of the person. I appreciate so on and so forth. And here, as the front stage, our front, then this, we also have backstage areas where we can drop our front and be more relaxed. This particular one is looking at dropping our backstage and be more relaxed. What you want to put your front, how you want your front to be, that's what the dramatical theory is saying. Your front, how you are putting your front, how you want the public to see you and express the way you appear, the way you act. That will talk of impression. That when you control them, then the actual aspect of our life, where we can drop our front and be more relaxed, closer to our true selves. For instance, that person who always want to put this and that, the person who always feel this should be not be like that, then the assumption is saying put all the front expression by the corner, appear natural, our true selves. This theory is not without criticism. A prime criticism of the dramaturgy is, as a theory, is that it is not a theory at all and does not adequately address human behavior. That this is not a theory and it does not address human behavior. Maybe when we come back, we'll look at this particular point, criticism number 1. No testable hypothesis can be made from it, nor can it be held out to provide overarching statements about human behavior. This one is just saying that they are only statements. Then the application of this theory can help the screenwriting, play writing, directing, and acting process for a new play development. The dramaturgy perspective also comes into play in a subtle science like history, philosophy, sociology, to show how human beings behave in social institutions. And that's the Goffman, Ephraim Goffman is a theory. Let's take a look at this theory. It has been said that it is not a theory, but if you look at this theory, largely most part of it is what we do on daily basis. We do this thing on daily basis. So what have you? Do you have anything to say about the dramatic theory? Odu.
Hello, sir.
Odu, what's your opinion? Yes, go ahead and say
Yeah.
what your
Good,
opinion
good,
is about the dramatic.
good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. In fact, the criticism number one got me confused. From what I from what I can see or say about this theory, yes, it's what we do on daily basis. I can give example. When we were in school, there is this sorry to say that there's this a thief man who came to serve as student teacher. Then the way he used to teach, his pronunciation, the tune was not all that okay. So immediately the teacher would leave the class. You see the students coming on the stage and start to imitate the teacher. I have seen that a lot, not just once. So I believe that this theory exists in our midst because it's what we do on daily basis. Thank you, sir.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay, sir.
One of the criticism is that it you cannot hypothesize here. Let's go back to the slide and look at that particular point.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I didn't get your question.
Give me a few minutes. There's something I want to project.
It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir.
So it has come out already. It's a criticism that it is not a theory at all because it does not adequately address human behavior. The criticism number two, that no testable hypothesis can be made from it. Do you agree with that? Okay. What do you still have a flaw?
Okay, sir. I don't think I totally agreed with this statement here. This statement number two, this criticism number two.
Okay, let's hear from Jaffe Doga. Doga, what's your take about this particular theory? It's like Doga is not with us. Aheme Nongu, can you unmute yourself and comment about this theory? Okay, Obu Samson. One thing is, Obu has not been active throughout today. Okay. Florence is Fanus, What's your take about the theory? Can we hear from you? Connected. We want to get your view concerning this theory.
Good morning, sir. I am here, but the thing is, I've been on and off. I really didn't get the theory very well. I wanted to even, draw your attention to the fact that I have been on and off. If it's possible for you to maybe do a recap after the class, I'll be very grateful concerning this dramaturgical theory. I was really, my network was
Okay,
messing me
that's
up.
great. Wafan, can we hear from you concerning the theory? Oh, quick, I think you say you have been on and off. Can you unmute your microphone and let's hear your take about the theory?
So, sir, from this first statement now of criticism, actually, me too, I was just trying to fathom how this is a theory that explains human behavior. Because sometimes, in as much as some people are acting in the sense of acting, while others are just being themselves. So in both cases now, you won't know until you know a person specifically if they're acting or not. Acting in the sense that they're pretending. Permit me to use the word pretense, so that we understand the difference of what I'm saying in acting. So some people are pretending while others are actually being themselves. So the theory it doesn't explain much of human behavior per se. So I agree with this first criticism that it's not really a theory. It's just there.
But let me ask you this one question.
I'm with you, sir. I can hear you.
Sense, don't you, yes, don't you attempt to put off certain behavior or certain characteristics in you that you don't like them?
We do that every day, sir. There are certain things about ourselves we don't like.
And have you ever whom you feel is behaving okay, is very rational, and if you have ever done it, what actually, how would you relate it to this theory?
Sometimes people put up behaviors that is not actually who they really are. So sometimes there are certain
In
things
form
I do
of
that is not
attempt,
okay.
go ahead.
Okay, so there are
They
certain
do
times
that is not what?
that is not who they really are.
That's it. Thank you. Here we are going. Thank you very much. That's where we are going. That people do certain things and it's not their actual or real life. So those things that you do that is not your aspect of life is the theory is saying you are only behaving like acting a script. Haven't you ever done it? Okay, I'm talking to you, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the last statement you made.
I said, this is what I said, that thank you for saying people. Some people only act, it's not their real life.
Yes, sir.
And this is exactly what the theory is saying, that if you put your own self, that true self somewhere, and you go out to do anything that is not by your true self, then it's like you are acting a script. But this script, it mustn't be a script that is written and given to you. It's like you're acting a script. So, is it not something that people do? Don't you do it?
Yes, we all do that, sir.
We do that. So the theory, that's what the theory is saying, that we act. There are certain things we do, and they are like we are acting. Our real life is somewhere, which is what I gave an example of if you want to know, go to his own house in the morning when he has not taken bath and dressed and put all those paintings. You will get to understand that person. So the theory is saying there are a lot of things that I will do in the form of acting because we wouldn't want our own character, our own behavior to be there. So we'll keep our true self and we'll present our other aspect to the public as if we are acting a script. I gave an example of these actors, the actual film actors that they write script and they give it to them and they ask them to act. At the course of acting, you will look at somebody who would play his or her role effectively and hate him or her. That, hey, I heard the way this person acted, the way she or he has acted. I feel his or her behavior, so I dislike him or her. Doesn't it happen? If it happens, is exactly what the dramatic theory is talking about. That will put our own self, our true self in a corner and will behave. That you will see people saying a highly principled person. People complaining that this person is unapproachable. So is it not a theory?
It is a theory.
Lizzie King, unmute and comment on this theory.
Good morning once again. Sir, what I wanted to say, Mrs. Precious just talked about it, but I still want to add more. To me, it is a theory because we are not what we appear to be. Like a few days ago, I posted something on my status and I said, image is what people think we are. Integrity is what we really are. What I mean is, looking at someone's appearance, you can't say this is who this person is until the person starts acting. Then you can say, oh, this person is opposite her appearance. From what you have been teaching, I think this is what I understand the theory, and this is what I have to add, sir.
Thank you very much. And how do you think, by unmasking ourselves for the society to see our true nature, this country will be?
So is it to me?
I said to everybody, if, let me say, I'm so person, but I've been wearing a mask to the public that this is the type of person I am. And if I unmask myself, unmasking in behavior, in all ramification, and if we unmask ourselves, this is unmasking in this sense is acting our true self, but not acting based on what we feel and want the society to read us. How is this? How are we going to be? How will the public look at us?
Sorry, sir. The question is not clear to me, sir.
I've directed a question to Lizzie that by unmasking, unmasking here is not acting the script, not acting the way we tend to be acting on daily basis. If you are somebody who is simple, you'll be very simple. Your true self. If you are somebody who is wicked, then you should appear and behave like a wicked person. But oftentimes we put a mask and we don't behave the way we don't portray the true picture of who we are. Then my question is unmasking. If all of us unmask, how would you think the society will be?
Okay, sir, thank you so much for this question. If all of us unmask, the society is not going to be funny because let me say something before I answer your question. One, we can, in fact, if you try to be your real self, someone has already gotten a different perspective about you already. So trying to be your real self, you cannot change that mindset of that person towards you. So in this case, if we try to unmask, the society is not going to be funny because everyone is going to act just the way the person is. I don't know if I'm clear on this.
Yes, yes, you are good. Florence,
So
you have the floor.
this theory.
Yes, Lizzie, I didn't hear you to the end.
So I think this theory is good. It's going to help the human behavior in the society. Somehow, it is good we adopt this theory because if we behave, if we, can I say, cover up our behavior, the society is going to be okay. But if we uncover our behavior, like behaving the way we are, it's not going to be funny. Maybe we'll be walking about slapping people and doing so many things to people.
Thank you very
Hello,
much
sir.
for sharing. Can you comment on this theory on masking ourselves so that this dramatical theory to see the real nature of ourselves?
Actually, sir, this theory, I can say that is it will help a lot in the society, and in another way, it might not help. Because, for example, when something is doing the right thing, when someone is doing the right thing and people are imitating that good attitude that he is doing, at least it will help the society. And in another way, if someone is doing the bad thing and maybe people are imitating him, it will affect the society too. So I can say that this theory is somehow good in some perspective and is somehow bad in some other perspective.
Florence, Hispanus, or what do you have to say about the theory? Florence, you have the floor. What do you have to say about the theory? Then Alan, you are having problem with your network. Or mute the microphone and comment about the theory. This theory. Then there is having a network challenge. Ogbu. Okay, let Doga. Can you comment on this theorem?
Good morning, sir, and good morning, class.
Good morning.
I walk in almost halfway of the lecture, but I met the class while they were discussing assumptions and these criticisms. I find this theory, the drama theory, very impressive, and I want to see, on maxing ourselves. I want to comment on the side of unmaxing. Unmaxing ourselves to appear real or display our true behavior will help the society in a very good measure, in the sense that if I go to the church, right in the church, I am a Christian, embracing peace and preaching peace. When I step out, I becomes another thing. It is not paying the society. It is not doing the society any good, because we are living pretentious life in a manner, in a way that we are trying to max ourselves, making ourselves sheep while we are wolves inside. It is not in the best interest of a peaceful coexistence. If somebody behave abnormal and the society frown at that, the person is treated to the measure of misbehaving, and then maybe that gives a change. When the person becomes a changed person, the society is changed. But when we max ourselves, we're behaving to the public grade as good persons. Deep inside us, we are thinking of a different thing. I think this theory is very important, and it's good to be applied to our daily lives, activities, as why in the office, as we're making an instance. If I'm a harsh person, I should maintain that tempo. Let every person know that this person doesn't tolerate this. It could be harsh. So as while approaching me, you know that you adopt a principle that is appealing to meet a harsh person. So as we don't get clashing. So to me, that is my contribution about this theory, and I consider it a theory in totality. More to it, I can say the way and manner people behave, I want to tag this theory as chameleon theory, because people could be this today and be that tomorrow. In the name, they want to impress the people around them, while they are not living the true person and they are. That is my contribution, sir.
Thank you very much. Chidima, I asked her a question and she said she came halfway and she didn't get it very well. Chidima, what we are saying is, what the theory is saying, and we are looking at it, is that our activities in everyday life are lacking to acting on a stage. And that one of the main assumptions of the theory says, oftentimes we'll keep our sex, the true nature, of us somewhere, and we tend to act the script more than our true nature, letting our true nature to appear. So this is what the theory is all about. And one of the criticisms says that you can not test hypothesis, you can't do any other thing. So what was your take to it, Chidema?
Yes, sir. Listening to all this brief summary that you gave now, it is clear. Excuse me, please. It is clear that the theory helps a person to live his, how do I put it? Okay, fine. Now in our present world today, so many people have a dual standard life they live. They are this outside and they are that inside. But this theory wants you to, be who you are for real. For that's basically, from what I understand, is being you and then doing what you're supposed to do normally and not trying to be someone else in and then another person out. Because it's a from the when I first joined in, I saw the definition, and then there's a where it is talking about drama. It's like acting out who you are outside. So that's, I think, for now, that's all I can say about the theory, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One thing is the entire world is like we are acting. If we unmask, we will still exist the same way we have been existing. We have very good people and very bad people. Even with the fact that we mask ourselves to behave the way we do, there are still good people who don't mask themselves, who don't put on the mask, and they behave normal. So whether unmasking or putting a mask, the society will remain the same. We'll have bad people, we also have the good people there. So the society will continue as normal, whether we act or we don't act. Thank you. Let's go to the next one. Our next theory is feminist or feminism. Feminism or feminist theory has its roots in the US when ladies were not allowed to vote in the US. So at a point, a particular lady felt the society is not doing them well and decided to create a movement. And the movement demanded so many things that the society, the American society, should do for them. So it is a female-centered interdisciplinary approach that seeks to demonstrate how women fit into the social world. Ladies, here it is a feminism theory that how I wish ladies should listen to this theory, to my discussion carefully, and also read the projected scripts slides very well so that we'll discuss it later. Feminists often ask questions such as, why is the social world the way it is? And can we change the social world to make it a fair place for all people? So feminism is saying the word is skewed towards men, and ladies are not given equal opportunities. That why is the world the way it is? The feminists are saying one thing is men said is the men's word. And since they say it's the men's word, everything in this world is determined by men. So, which is why they're asking this question, that why is it that the social world, why is the social world the way it is? And we change the social world to make it a safe place for all? Feminists feel they have not been treated well. They have not been treated fair. So they want the world to change in such a way or manner that they'll be treated well. Feminists are also interested in how race, ethnicity, social class, and age interact with gender to determine the outcomes for individuals. So feminists are looking at these variables like race, ethnicity, social class, and age, how these variables, how they interact to determine the outcome of certain things. Are you removing me because above 75 years, that's we are looking at years here. Are you removing me because of a particular social class? So this social class shouldn't be included in this lecture. If you are saying a downtrodden, and the downtrodden shouldn't be involved in this class. So in the lecture here, you are looking at the social class. If you are saying it is because I am a white man or I'm a black person and you are excluding the blacks or the whites, that's then the issue of ethnicity. All these the feminists are looking at it. Feminist theory is considered a social movement to interrogate inequalities on unfair treatment along the intersectional lines of ability, class, gender, race, sex, and sexuality. And feminists seek to effect change in areas where these intersectional ties create power inequality. Here, because now it has become a movement, is looking at how the variables are earlier told you, like class, socio-economic class, gender, race, sexuality, they interact to determine equality and inequality in the society. Feminists believe that both men and women should have the freedom to develop their human interests and talents, even if those interests and talents conflict with the status quo. The status quo here, it means man's word. If you go to your house, it's a man that determines what should be done. So the feminists look at it from the perspective that ladies or women were not given equal opportunities to view their concern. And they look at it as men's word, which is why we are looking at the issue of status quo here, not just looking at the above variables, but over the years and time, men have taken a position that everything is determined by them. If you go out there and you want to hire maybe an architecture, if I bring a lady for you, you will ask him in different questions. Can this lady be able to work? Somebody is looking for a structural engineer. and they brought a lady, and the person will be asking the lady, do you mean you are a structural engineer? Can you work in this situation? You bring a lady mechanic, motor mechanic, and somebody is laughing at that lady motor mechanic. Lady, do you say you are a mechanic, a motor mechanic? Can you work my car engine? Can you do this and that? Do those kind of things. The feminists believe that men and women should have equal freedom to develop their interests and talents. So the feminist is saying there is no level playing ground. We are men and women to develop their talents, main assumptions, and criticism. It advocates for social, political, economic, and intellectual equality for men and women. Then it has been criticized that the rights that are fundamentally human can be granted, but there are others that can only be developed by the individual. So the the society is looking at feminism or feminists requesting that certain things should be granted to them, that you can only work and you acquire all those things. The society does not just certain rights to individuals. All these opportunities are acquired through hard work. Number two, feminists are wrong to demand for such rights. If you are demanding 35% affirmative acting in political appointment as a group of females or a group of females or feminists, then this particular thing is saying you are wrong. You have requested for this particular thing. You would have only worked for and acquired this particular act. Number three, feminism is a movement. These are actually initiated by a movement to some extent limited to members of that movement or people who share their ideas. So people are looking at feminism as a movement. So if you are looking at it as a movement, then this is trying to say, yes, this is a society. We are in a society, and members of this society, their constitution, their feelings can only be applied on them. It cannot be applied on everybody. Another one is some rights are product of hard work and not things that are granted. The feminines are therefore advised to work hard to attain equality. Then application. The problems of clans are within our social structure, which is ruled by men and oppressive to women, whereby a woman becomes less equal. So this point is trying to tell us that people who look for others to do a job for them is there. And you cannot just, and because the men, they have the order of the day, they have hijacked the society. Therefore, they choose to select men to do work for them. If you have a work to do for you, you are looking for a client, and you say a woman, they will tell you that I doubt if a woman can do it for me. Number two, create a society that is equal to both men and women. Then another one is address it addresses the role women have in the society and the ongoing battles women face. Its application. A way of thinking about the social world focusing on the rights of women, including economic, sexual, reproductive, and property. Recall that in some societies, a woman will give birth to a child, and that child who the woman has given birth to have certain rights, like property rights, more than the lady. The lady is not entitled to a piece of land, but the child, the male child she has given birth to, is entitled to that a piece of land. So these are the rights. Both men and women are essential actors in the real world. So here, this is looking at what happened. So this is the theories. This theory is very interesting as you may look at it. So what do you have to say about the theory? Let me first of all give this opportunity to ladies. So they should be very good members of this feminism. Chidima, let's hear from you, your view about feminist theory.
Okay, sir. I know you're going to start with the ladies because it is already a feminine thing. So the truth is, the gender bias, especially towards women, it's becoming high. Some of the instances you made are some of the experiences most women undergo, even in the corporate world, in the secular world, in politics, in every strata of life. Okay, I'm going to give an instance of myself. While growing up, I was not allowed to, do certain things. When you want to do some things, they'll say, don't you know you're a woman? But a man or a boy child can play and go up and come down. This is what the theory is postulating. That rights should be given to everybody. We are all humans. There's nobody that is more human than the other. So why won't I be able to play the way I want because I'm a girl? I'm a girl child. And he's a boy child. He's entitled to a land. Okay, I am not entitled to a land. He can study engineering. He can be the lawyer. He can study whatever course he chooses to study. But I cannot. Why? Because I am a lady. So these are some of the things that this theory is trying to fight against. We are all humans. We should be given equal access, equal rights, equal opportunities. The same table where a man can stay and talk, the women too can stay and talk. We think, we reason, we do everything just the same way as every human being. So it is beautiful and it is pertinent. And that is why, as a gender advocate that I am, I push forward to see that every woman has equal rights and will have a voice and a say in any situation. In fact, currently I have a child, and most of the toys that I got for her are vehicles, things that will build her mind so that she will not be stereotyped to the fact that women only study literature courses in school. So I think I'll stop here so that I do not look like I am advocating already. Thank you, sir.
That's very good, madam. Thank God you are a feminist activist. And one thing with feminism is that it has been criticized. How would you take the view of the critics who said feminism is a movement? And so far as they accept it as a movement, it does not apply to people that are not members of that movement. How would you react to this?
So I would like to get the question again, sir.
The question is that feminism has been criticized as a movement of ladies coming together and demanding for certain rights and demanding for certain things, that because it is a movement, it's only members of the movement that the theory is applicable to them. How do you react to this?
I would start by saying this. We all have equal rights, whether male or female. And if people would come up and say it is not applicable to people that are outside this movement, then it is not true. Because if we are advocating and speaking for the rights of women, that there should be increased representation of women, for instance, in the House of Senate, House of Reps, it's not just for people who are in any movement or belong to a group. No, it is for voices of women to be heard in the place of power. So I don't think what people are saying is completely true, because it is not. In fact, if since I've been, talking about gender equality, the rights of women, the right of a girl child, it is not those people who are part of the development world that only benefits. It is becoming all encompassing, because women who are nursing are given privileges to still come with their babies to events. This is inclusion. So I don't think it is restricted to those people who belong to that movement. No, it is for every woman. It is for the voice of a woman. It is for the girl child to be heard and be felt, because we are humans. There is nobody who is more human than another. So that's what I would say, sir.
Okay. Lizzie King, where are you? This is feminism. I think you have heard and read on the script projected. How can you comment on this? For ladies, Chidinma and Chidinma, all the ladies here, I'm going to present something to you after this. After our discussion, there is an item I'm going to present to you. We'll look at it and also discuss it. Lizzie King, unmute your microphone and talk.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. In fact, when I looked at this theory, I was just smiling, because right from the onset, I have been an activist of a feminist theory. I have a girl child, and I use myself as an example. When I was growing up, I always say to myself, there is nothing I cannot do. So far, I have life in me. Whatever a man can do, I can also do it. I don't like the situation whereby someone will look down on a girl child because she is a girl. So I grew up with this mentality, like a girl can do what a boy can do. And wherever I go to, I don't look down on a girl child. I said, if this person can do this, you can also do this. I have a girl child, whatever the father is doing, she's always involved. And myself too, when I got married, in fact, before I got married, I don't know how to put on a generator. And when I got married, my husband taught me most of these things. He said, learn this thing, because if I'm not around, you have to do it for yourself. And I said, okay. In fact, I go under the vehicle to fix some things. I can do most of the things a man can do. Why? Because I have this mindset of doing what men can do. And I'm also teaching others around me to also do it too. Sometimes things that I do, people that observe said, I do this like a man. And I said, yes, because there's nothing that differentiates me between a man. A man was in the stomach for 9 months. So I was also in the stomach for 9 months. So I am actually an activist of this. And sir, permit me to say that whoever that speak about this theory, we always have issues, because the society have made it so clear that women are, can I use the word, can I say lesser than the men. And some of us
Weaker
are
sex.
growing up to criticize that. Yeah, weaker sex. Thank you, sir. So some of us are growing up to criticize that, and trying to criticize it, we always land in troubles. Like we get higher voices than we, the women. And this theory is a vast theory to talk about.
Thank you very much. Precious Okpe. Can you talk? What's your comment about the theory? Okpe is finding difficult to talk. Bashir, wait, I want to finish with the ladies before I talk about the men.
Sir, I have a
So
question
give
to
us
ask.
Okay, go ahead and ask.
Okay. Well done, sir. My question is going directly to our able class rep. So my question is that, for example, women are agitating for equity. And is it in all aspects of life or in some selected aspect? And there are instances, even if the opportunity is given to them, they will deny the opportunity by themselves. So I don't know why it is happening. For example, let me set an example with where I work. And in my team, there are some aspects of works that if the task is being given to us for the team to work on it, the women in our team will say that this and this and this, let we the males go and do it. They cannot do it. So why is it so? Thank you, sir.
Class governor, the question is directed to you, so you may wish to answer.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, it's in all areas. And why it is not happening so is because right from the onset, it has been seen that women are weaker vessels and cannot handle certain things that men can do. And I also want to make it clear that I digress. It is also in the Bible, the Holy Book. So we cannot erase. And right now, we women are coming out to say that what men can do, women can also do it. We want to change the narrative by embracing what you men can do. Okay, example you gave at your workplace now. Right from the beginning, probably you men have seen it like certain task is for you, and then the woman shy away from it. Take for instance, if you are driving a truck and you have not shown a woman how to operate that truck, when this thing, the needs arrive for someone to drive the truck and the male are not available, a woman will pick up and say, oh, only I know how to drive this truck, I would have been there, but if they teach me, I can try. Do you understand? So
yes, I understand.
So I don't know if I have answered your questions, sir.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with your answer.
Bashiru, I want to make
let
contribution
me
in
ask.
respect of your question.
Okay.
Let me ask.
Okay,
Wait.
okay.
Doga, wait.
I'm waiting, sir.
What Bashir asked, you deviated from it a little. He said in his workplace, assignment is given to ladies and they say no, they can't work it. That is exclusively for men. So are you, but by in your presentation, you tend to disapprove that what a man can do, a woman can do it better. So is it really the observation made by Bashir? Is it really does it really go in line with your statement that what a man can do, a woman can do it better?
Sir, may I contribute?
Wait, this is Doga said, wait, this is for ladies. Hold on, we are talking to ladies. Let them contribute. It will come a time
Okay,
will be
ladies
open for everybody. Lizzie King, have you heard us? If you have heard us, can you answer? If you cannot answer, any lady in the house can answer.
I can try, sir. I don't truly know the nature of his work. I'm only trying to picture, can I say, give an example. And the nature of his work, I don't have an idea, but I would want to say that probably when they got the employment, they were given a training, which women were not excluded. And probably when at the course of the training, the women were also participating. And then when the task came, sometimes I want to say, because it happens, is our day-to-day life. Sometimes the men want to play gentlemen before the women. So at that point, the men always want to help them out. So when a task was given to the women, they shy away from it.
Okay, thank you very much. Our class governor is like we have been cut off. Ahemen is no longer on the platform, or we are not seeing him. Doga, go ahead and see what you want to say concerning this theory.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. My contribution towards this theory, I first and foremost want to appreciate the proponents of this theory for coming up with this theory. The feminist theory, as it is tagged a movement, to me, I believe it's not only the interest is not only of the women. If the women are agitating fair representation and they are given a room to represent, if the work of medical doctors was restricted to men, and today ladies are performing, the ladies have agitated and have aspired, they have aspired and they are there. If a lady treats me,
which country that medical doctors?
No, I was given an instance. It's just an instance. I'm not saying it's restricted.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So if a lady study for medical sciences and become a medical doctor and treats me or provide a solution to COVID-19, it is a universal solution. It's not a solution meant to only the female. And with the lingering issues of farmers' headers crisis in the nation today, if a woman's voice is raised in the National Assembly that could bring a solution to this problem, it's a solution to the entire country, is not gender-based solution. So onto what Bashir was asking, I think
Ate, please mute your microphone. Say you are just joining, but mute your microphone.
Onto what Bashiru was asked, I think I want to help the ladies out there that when you study feminism, you come to discover that there are classes of feminists. There are militant feminists, the motherless, the womanist. So a woman always feels that she should be appreciated. And then the mother is care for childbearing. And then the attention is tilted towards a child. When an issue concerning a child comes up, the mother is there. Then the militant feminists feel that these are the actors in the feminist group or theory. They feel that whatever men are capable of doing, they can do. And in the short while that this agitation or the theory has come up, women have started proving themselves. When we had the issue of the first female paratrooper, this lady that was killed in Kaduna, her performance amongst men who study in same class with them was exceptional. So to me,
let me not just allow that to go. In the past, yes.
Okay.
In the past, ladies were not admitted at the NDA. If you talk of security forces, ladies were not admitted at the NDA. Ladies were not admitted in the mobile police force.
Yes.
So which led to no existence of ladies at a very high class, either in the military or in the mobile unit of Nigeria Police Force. Go ahead.
Yes. So the militant feminists have proven that the agitation or the theory or movement is not seeking for self-benefit.
Summarize because our time is fast.
Okay, that is my summary.
Okay, then they go ahead.
Is not meant to only
those who mute your microphone, please. Thank you for doing that. Then you have
Good morning, once again, sir.
minutes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning and thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I've been finding it difficult for me.
Personally, I have been an advocate of this feminism. I don't know whether it's because I was giving birth in a woman home. Like all my siblings are ladies, but that's not the case. At the beginning, God made, I'm sorry to use this term, superior. God made man superior over woman. But that doesn't mean women cannot be given equal right to serve in any capacity. But at the same time, a lot of women they made us understood that they will not be able to serve certain capacities. Just like what our able class governor has said, that there are some things that women cannot do, that if we are working in an organization where certain taxes shouldn't be given to a woman, ideally it's not supposed to be so. And I know there are some women that no matter, in fact, there is absolutely nothing a man can do that they will not do, except the one that is naturally not permitted by them. So it's actually a very good one. And I think women should be given equal right to serve in any capacity, except maybe the person feels she will not be able to serve. So I also agree with the theory, and I feel that should be given to them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Recall that I earlier said I'm going to present something, especially to women in this class. Women, have you ever heard of Beijing Conference 1995?
Beijing.
Yes, Beijing Conference.
Yes.
1995 Beijing Conference. I'm talking to women, in the class in particular.
Sir.
All right, sir.
No, sir.
Lizzie that said she's a
Network.
woman activist. Chidima, have you ever heard about Beijing Conference 1995 Beijing Conference?
So I have heard about Beijing
Hello, sir.
Conference 1995, but I really don't have the full story because I've not really read it up. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other woman here? Those who have you ever heard about 1995 Beijing Conference?
No, sir. I've not, sir.
Who has said about Beijing Conference 1995 Beijing Conference? Okay, Precious, have you ever heard about? Okay, she says she can't talk. Okay, to the men, have you ever heard about 1995 Beijing Conference?
No, sir.
That's me. People don't read that. Okay, 1995 Beijing Conference was all about the Beijing Conference drew all women on planet Earth together. It was held in China. It was like trying to affirm this feminist theory that ladies are equal to the task and they should be allowed to go to school. They should be given opportunities to work in places where the society felt they may not be able to work. So Beijing Conference, 1995 Beijing Conference was very, very explicit. Well, I will give you a document about Beijing Conference, 1985 Beijing Conference, so that you read and understand about the conference. It's all about, it was all about trying to support feminism, that ladies are equal to the task. What a man can do, ladies can also do it. So all ladies on earth, they converge on Beijing, and they came out with a lot of resolutions. After something resolutions that it was even in Beijing conference that the issue of 35 affirmative political action or 35% political appointments should be given to ladies came out. So there are other things like that in Beijing conference. So it is very important. As I said, I promised to give you that particular material so that you read and get to understand feminism in the perspective of Beijing conference. Any other person with a comment? Our time is almost 12:01. So if you want to comment concerning this theory or all what we have done today, either to comment or to ask questions, the floor is open.
I want to comment, sir.
You have just joined, aware that you didn't start from the beginning. Did you have any comment concerning either the feminism or Beijing conference of 1995? Okay, it's like Atse is not paying attention or he's not familiar with our settings here. Any other person with comment, questions?
Yes, I have a comment, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, this feminist theory, the applicability of it to the society is a good thing if it is upheld. There are social cultural beliefs that if feminism is applied, they'll bring a lot of peace and good to our society. The belief system, the African belief system that a female child is not a heir apparent leads to a lot of societal issues. If feminism is adopted, I think if parents doesn't have a male child, their daughters could be heir apparents of their firms, heir apparents of their dynasty, giving to it that envy and other aspect of family members trying to possess the inheritance of their brother while he's late will be put to rest. And the other aspect I want to comment on is that these activists may not, these feminists may not reach, they may not reach equality, in the sense that naturally God has made some acts that are for men. And when they push further, it brings about these issues we are seeing today, that women have started getting married to women themselves. This equally is a feminist act, because they feel what men can do, they can equally do. So feminism in other way around, the other way around, promotes society or moral decadence, and in the other way around, is giving us giving a boost or support to the peaceful coexistence of humanity. That is my contribution, sir.
Thank you very much. I have something for you. If you talk of
My network or what?
It's promoting equal rights and equal opportunities, and you cited to a same-sex marriage. You didn't look at the other aspect of went on one side. So your discussion is one-sided. That's what I want to let you know. That's one. Two is, if you are talking about a lady marrying a lady, then remove the issue of adopting children. Because when you were talking about giving birth to male and female children, you mentioned that people prefer male to female. And when they give birth to only female, it makes them feel unhappy. And at times, it lingers up to a point of relations coming to take over the property of somebody who has given birth to only female children. So if you are looking at that perspective, how do you think same-sex marriage with women and the adoption of children to continue in this perspective? I only want to draw your attention to that. I also want to draw your attention to the point that if we talk of feminism, you look at African perspective of feminist theory. Feminism started in America. In America, during that time, ladies were not have to vote. They will not giving the right.
Okay.
I don't know if it is just me or I can't hear anything. No, I can't see anything.
The same here.
Not say,
I think the facilitator has been zoomed out of the class.
yeah, because
Hello?
our time is past time actually. This is 12:09.
It's okay. It's all right now. Hence is not around. Who'll be leading the discussion? There's no point again. I will go on break.
Lulu, Lulu, come. Come. That one. That mine is here. It's not mine. Look, all our friends are at the party. Slide in and learn the storybook. Open and close. Tiger is ever so bouncy. Tall, small, tiger is tall and low is small. Shall we learn to count? 1, 2, 3. Watch the ball and roll. Left, right, left. One of you to come up and move. What music would you like to hear? Oh yeah, come baby. How you go? I should call one down. Ngwe patient to sango call one and I could that temple walking. And I'm going to man and I won't do that. None of them come up and then I made daily and bang 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 bang. I Florence again with you. I said yes. Say Baba move. Say Baba. Say Baba. Say Baba. Ah, we're going to walk out without you. What one of you gets one? And a man, I like an animal. Come, see, look, all our friends are at the party. They are at the party. Hi. Nangu kwa kama ndio. Bonde yagi yaga tumama tu kama ndio. Mai mo mala tu kari ndio. Wana. The kari ndio. Ah, fast. Le pagane stand white, do ne baba ne ton otu na hand. Ta ne ba na ta yo be kwasi ne ken. Electrician. Na electrician. Papa, no.